To begin with, we'll drop the potatoes into a pressure cooker and close the lid. Make sure that the lid is very tight and just drop in some salt as well. And we'll close the pressure cooker now and we'll cook this for about 2 to 3 whistles. Remember, you don't want to cook it too long, otherwise your potato will get mushy. Even if you feel they are a little raw, you can take them out and grate them later on. So now we'll begin another prep for this tikki. We're gonna soak the oats. So we've taken 1 cup of oats. I've taken normal Quaker oats, processed oats. If you want steel cut, you can take that, but make sure you soak it for a very long time then. So I've taken 1 cup of oats and I've taken about 3 tablespoons to 4 tablespoons of water. If you see, you'll see that the oats will seem very mushy right now, but don't worry because they're gonna absorb in the water and become thick. So now you can see the oats have actually become a little thick because they've absorbed in the moisture. So you don't need to do anything else with this. You can just place this aside and begin with the other prep right now. So this is the potato. So I boiled it for 2 whistles and then peeled and grated it up. So I generally like to grate my potatoes because that's where I get a better texture and I don't get any chunks. So this is the oats that we had soaked earlier. So you can see how the texture has become a little thick, and this is what you will get. So don't worry if they're a little watery in the beginning. So I've added my potatoes, my soaked oats. I've added 1 onion. I grated my carrots using a thick grater. Don't use a thin grater. I prefer it to be a little rustic, and when you bite into it you should get a bite. So I use a little thick grater, but you can use a thin grater if you feel like. The coriander. I'm just dropping in the green chili. I used 2 green chilies because these were light green ones, but if you want to use dark green, make sure you use only 1. I'm going to begin adding the masala. So this is rock salt, red chili powder, some coriander powder and some garam masala. If you want to experiment with some other more spices, you can definitely use a kitchen king powder or any other masala which you want to. You can also add chaat masala to this, but I did not want to make it very tangy. That's why I avoided it, but you can definitely add chaat masala. Just mix this very well and set it aside. So now you see I've mixed the tikki and this is how it starts looking. It's looking like a thick dough right now. So I'm just going to take small roundels. I'm just going to measure it with my hand. I'm not going to use a weigh scale right now. I'm just going to roll it and press it down slightly. So there you go. That's how the tikki will come. So I'm going to repeat the process for all the tikkis and set them aside right now. I've just placed my pan on medium heat right now. So make sure your pan is slightly warm before you add the ghee. What this will do is it will ensure the ghee melts very quickly and the pan gets hot enough. So now begin to place the tikkis. Always remember, whenever you're pan frying something, place them clockwise. What this does is it helps you remember which was the first product that you placed in the pan, so that you turn that product first or check that product first before turning it around. But also there are different heat points to the pan. For example, a particular tikki might get browned earlier than the one you placed first, but as in judgment, you should always check the first one. And you can see I am rolling around my ghee because I don't want too much ghee, or I don't want to shallow fry these tikkis. So I want to keep the ghee as minimal as possible. So right now the ghee might be looking a little too much. It's actually not too much because I'm going to fry more tikkis in this. So when I check the first one, if I see that it's not brown, I'm just going to turn it back and allow it to brown a little more. So it's been a little while we left the tikkis. It's been about 3 minutes they have been cooking. So now you see they've got a very beautiful golden color. Now I'm turning them around because I did a sneak peek and I saw that all of them had browned completely. That's why I'm not turning them as per the clockwise. Also you can see that some of the tikkis which I had placed earlier have not browned. That's because the pan is not hot enough in those areas. but nevertheless they've got a good golden crust, and that's what we're looking for. And I will begin taking them out right now. So that's it guys, the tikkis are done. I hope you liked the video we shot today. If you like it, please do not forget to comment, like and subscribe to our channel if you've already not, and please share with your friends and help us grow. Thank you.